Hello and welcome. My name is Israel and I'm a surgery resident from Venezuela. In today's video, we're going to talk about the histology of the cervix. This is the review literature that I found most compelling to talk and review this theme. It's a book called Modern Colposcopy. But first, let's do an anatomic review. The uterus has three portions: the uterus fundus, the uterus body, and the cervix. And the cervix itself has two parts, which are the lower third, that is called the portia. It comes from the name in Latin and it means neck, and the supravaginal portion of the cervix, which is around here. So we have the supravaginal portion of the cervix and the portia. Let's talk about the histology of the exocervix. The exocervix is lined by stratified squamous epithelium and it has four layers: the basal layer, the parabasal layer, the intermediate layer, and the superficial layer. These layers, however, can also be divided into two layers: the lamina densa and the lamina lucida. The lamina lucida is proximal to the basal lamina. In this histological cut, we can see all the layers of the ectocervix: basal, parabasal, the intermediate, and the superficial layer. What differs the superficial from the intermediate layer is that the superficial and the intermediate layer are rich in glycogen, as we can see in here. The lamina densa and the lamina lucida can only be seen by electron microscopy, like this one in here. This photo is from an atrophic ectocervix. In here, the parabasal layers are the one that predominates. See the difference? Let's talk about the histology of the endocervix. The endocervix is lined with columnar epithelium. This columnar epithelium produces mucus and contains cilia. This cilia helps with the movement of the spermatozoid. It also presents crypts about 5 to 8 millimeters. They are also called the endocervical glands, as you can see pointed by this arrow. Remember that they are actually crypts. They are not technically glands. Let's talk about the squamocolumnar junction. What is this? The squamocolumnar junction is the point where the simple squamous epithelium and the columnar epithelium meets. You can see in this arrow right here the transition between the columnar epithelium and the squamous epithelium. In 1/3 of the population, this transition is abrupt, but in the other rest of the population, the transition is smooth. In this graph, we can see the columnar epithelium, something called metaplasia that we're going to talk about later, and then the squamous epithelium. So, what is the transformation zone? The squamocolumnar junction it is not always in the same place. At birth, we can see here the original or native ischemic-columnar junction, that it then moves from its original position at the endocervix towards the ectocervix. So, the transformation zone is the point or the area between the original ischemic-columnar junction to the actual or current ischemic-columnar junction. We can see here in the arrows the movement of the ischemic-columnar junction throughout a woman's life cycle in response to hormonal changes. Let's talk about metaplasia. What is metaplasia? It's a transformation of a mature type of cell to another mature type of cell. Simple as that. So, let's see how a normal cervix looks. This is a normal cervix on the outside, and here we can see the normal pink color, and here a zone of metaplasia. You can see this is slightly more red, and you can see actually the columnar epithelium. That's why it is more red than the other tissue surrounding it. In here, you can see another set of normal findings during colposcopy. In figure A, we have normal cervix and transformation zone with pink squamous epithelium, like this one, and immature metaplasia with red columnar epithelium, like this one. In here you can see pink squamous epithelium and then red columnar epithelium. This is a normal finding in colposcopy. So let's make a quick review. What is the epithelium of the exocervix? The epithelium of the exocervix is a squamous epithelium. What is the epithelium of the endocervix? The epithelium of the endocervix is columnar epithelium. What is the ischemic-columnar junction? It's the intersection between the squamous epithelium and the columnar epithelium. The transformation zone is the area between the original and the current ischemic-columnar junction. Metaplasia is the transformation from one mature cell type to another mature cell type. If a cell changes from one mature cell type to an immature cell type, it cannot be called metaplasia. I hope you really like this video.